Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SAE podcast session, where we talk about one of the most exciting cars, innovations, and the future of automotive engineering. I'm your host, Divyansh Kumar, for the day, and I'm joined by Satvik here and Jaden here. And today we are diving deep into one of the most radical supercars out there, that is the Gemballa Marsien.
After being more than 2 years in development, the result of the young entrepreneur has come into fruit through his first project, an ultra modern but timeless design of a supercar, forming a hybrid between a modern day sports car with all its comfort and day to day practicality. When combined with its off road capabilities and it enables the ultimate driving experience featured by the latest in cutting edge technologies. Today, we would like to break down its history, its design, performance, and why it might just be the coolest off-road supercar out there.
The name Gemballa Marsien, well, it comes from the name Martian because it was developed in the dunes of Saudi Arabia, which look a lot like the dunes of Mars actually. Mark Phillip was actually raised in a sports car enthusiast family. So earlier, he was raised in such an environment where going throughout the Nürburgring fastest was the main purpose behind every car guy's dream. But he realized sooner or later. But the thing with him, the thing I like with him is that he realized that there's no end to the horsepower game and it is getting too saturated because everyone wants to go faster than the next one. So rather than going by the horsepower game, what he did was he decided to make a supercar, which can have both off-roading and on-road abilities. That is how the Gemballa Marsien was born.
Plus, I guess he saw like the best opportunity in the market of creation of such a special design that led vehicles in some like small production series, so that with a vision of creating holistic masterpieces, like
Exactly.
combined with a new fresh design and technology focused approach, leaving the era of turning behind and like actually it is ultimately achieving a USP position of the world.
And he took a lot of inspiration from the famous Paris-Dakar rally era. We know 911 is quite famous. He just took the best of both the worlds from the 911 and the Paris-Dakar. And what we have is probably one of the best sports cars, I would arguably say.
I guess.
Yeah, it's also interesting to see how he went about his this project where he visited his father's clients. For those who don't know, his father was a famous tuner of the Porsche 911 series, and he revisited all his father's clients to know what the market needs or what is the current need that the market sorts out, and using that as his basis, he developed this Gemballa Marsien. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's move on to the next segment and let's talk about the design and aesthetics of this wonderful masterpiece of technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing I love the most about it, it looks so like futuristic. Like it doesn't look like a car made to be raced on Earth.
Yeah.
It looks like a car like it is so futuristic. Like first time I was surprised it was
superpunk kind of thing.
Yes, I was surprised it's not an EV because EVs are the ones that usually look so futuristic. But still, it is like the bodywork in itself. I came to it was made up of full carbon fiber. Body panels, and it was completely like you can customize it completely according to the need of the person. So those were the things that I was really excited about learning when I first came to know about this car.
Yeah, its dynamics were also like top notch. It is inspired by Porsche 959 Paris-Dakar, and everything is features like the Martian features a wide body stance, which is great. Large rear wing and optimized air intakes to provide high speed stability. So it's I guess the best feature.
So basically, best of both the worlds.
Yeah.
Best of both the worlds.
Yeah.
So you can take it on road as well as off roading whenever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, even the small details, whether it's the lighting or whether the small exterior details, whether it's the headlights or the tail lights, they provide a very modern and sophisticated look that, as Satvik said earlier, it gives that futuristic look or that cyberpunk look to it. And
Exactly.
I think it's also important. I mean, when we see that they didn't keep any of the previous 911's body panels, they changed it to completely new ones, completely new. It's one of a kind. One of a kind means it's out of 40, but still it's exclusive to these 40 Gemballa Marsiens that were created.
And another part that I loved about this is even those 40s, like it's one of 40, but each one of them is completely different from the other one.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
exactly, because every buyer can personalize it according to their need, anything they want. For example, the interior was crafted by Premium Alcantara, right? Leather and aluminium trims, all right, and each of these things were completely customizable.
And plus, they're
You can-
delivering like a sports car coming up with luxury measures. That is
Yes.
so like astonishing for me.
It gives a sort of Rolls Royce vibe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Being
It's
a
quite
sports-
expensive as well. Like Gemballa Marsien is taking a lot of money. First of all, you have to deliver him a car, and then also
Exactly.
pay him a lot of money to fix that car. You have to give him a 911 base,
Yeah.
and then he will fix that
Yeah.
car. So it was quite expensive as well. But I guess price well paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right, we move on to segment number 3.
Yeah, that's the
Power and
power and
performance.
performance. Yeah. So I guess when it comes to the performance, the Gemballa Marsien is an absolute beast. Like it's a powerhouse, blending supercar level speed with the ruggedness of a rally machine. So yeah, let's move forward.
So I'll get into the engine. So the engine, instead of a V6, they use a flat 6 engine in this one, a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged actually,
Yeah.
flat 6 engine, and it was actually tuned by one of very famous guys, Porsche specialist RUF. It was tuned by them.
Yeah.
I guess I
It's interesting, yeah.
Want to have a guess how much horsepower it creates? After Gemballa said that horsepower is not what he's going for.
I
mean,
have no clue.
750 horsepower.
That's simple.
And if you want, you can upgrade it and get it to 830 horsepower.
Yeah, but
Which-
it's not much considering there are 1,000 to 1,500 bhp vehicles
But-
right now. But it's
I
still
get-
like impressive when you consider the previous 911 how the model was. Yeah.
Yes, and the thing was, he was never behind horsepower.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Yet he made a car which is powerful enough. If you need 750 horsepower, it is going to be more than sufficient.
Yeah.
If you want to race it
that's
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
I guess it is coming up with all-wheel drive system, which is also like that's
Yes.
just
Yeah,
on
usually-
another level.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
usually Porsche's 911s are rear-wheel drives, but we needed
Yeah.
it to have a all-wheel drive system in because it's gonna go off-roading.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing I like is the dual clutch transmission. It has a dual clutch transmission. So you never have to worry when you're climbing up on a dune
Exactly.
about gear changing. You can just use the paddle to change your gears. That is
Yeah,
something
yeah.
also that he thought everything out, basically.
Yeah, it's a very well thought model,
Yes.
catering to the needs of those who want to go off road. I mean, more so catering to the audience that Emiratis, people in the Saudi Arabia or UAE,
Yes.
how they will need, bashing those dunes in a super. Usually, this dune bashing and all are done in what? Nissan
Alleyways.
Patrol or Patrol, Land Cruiser. They don't give that sort of, what do you say,
Sports car
luxury vibe. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when you have a car that looks like this going off road, it's damn good. Yeah.
Going off-road with a 8-speed clutch, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Going off-road with a 8-speed clutch.
Plus, if you are a speed enthusiast, there is nothing less for you. Like you can go from 0 to 100 in just 2.6 seconds. That literally massive. It's also boasting
Yeah.
impressive speeds of over 330 kilometer per hour. That's
Actually.
205 miles per hour.
Damn.
Like it is like
I did not
kind of
know about the top speed. I'm
one of the
surprised actually.
fastest off-road supercar available in the market right now.
But here's something I know. See, I am a hydraulic enthusiast. Okay, I love hydraulics of a car. Do you know you could set the hydraulics up according to your need in this car? The hydraulics are changeable. I'm sorry. So when the car is in the street mode, it has a ground clearance of 120 mm. So basically, when you're street mode, you see how sports car are very down, are very close to the ground.
Yeah.
right? because
Yeah.
that helps with the downforce.
Mm.
But when you're in an off-road mode, you need to have ground clearance, otherwise your car will get scraped off from the bottom. So
Yeah.
that time you can just increase the ground clearance by hydraulics to 250 mm. Like just with the push of a button, you can make that car go from street mode to off-road mode. And as a mechanical engineering, as an hydraulic enthusiast, that is so cool. I swear to God.
Yeah.
This hydraulic this was actually a state of the art thing because it is not done this in this way before, and it was actually done by KW Automotives. It's quite famous company. Most car tuners would know about it.
Yeah.
So yes, that is something I also like about it. Like imagine having a car that could change heights according to your need.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to my mind is cars. There was a car in cars that could change heights. And I always thought, can a car actually do that in real life? Nice.
Here we have it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Its off-road performance is also like, I guess, the best in the market. Like it comes with a suspension system that is paired with all-terrain specialized tires, which is actually a very good thing. And rally-inspired dampers, ensuring stability and grip even on the roughest surfaces. So yeah, the Martian is engineered to tackle everything, like literally everything. Like whether you're driving on sand dunes, gravel roads, or rocky paths, anything you can drive on. So
Yeah.
it's just a marvelous engineering product, I guess.
And I think when something like this has to go on all these sort of different terrains,
Yeah.
it's very important that the brake system is also equally
Yes.
good,
Exactly, bro.
because otherwise, God knows what will happen.
And
So
as
this
Senna
car
said,
is
as Senna said, going fast doesn't kill you. Suddenly stopping kills you.
yeah,
You need
definitely.
to have a proper braking system.
Exactly.
Yeah, so because of that, this car is fitted with the high performance carbon ceramic brake, providing with it exceptional stopping power, whether it's on a smooth pavement surface or on an asphalt, or whether it's in an off-road terrain. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I wanna ask you: do you find any kind of competitors for this car?
Probably the 911 Dakar, that's it.
Yeah.
That Dakar is not really a competitor of it because Dakar is more so made towards the rally side of the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And what
Dakar
about
was never made as a purely off-roading vehicle. It was made as a rally car. It is quite good at it. But honestly, we can't compare it with it because it's quite a unique category. What would you
Because
say?
most of these cars, whether it be the 911 Dakar or if it be the Lamborghini Huracan Sterato, all these cars are catered for the rally, purely
Yes,
for the
exactly.
rally, whereas the
Exactly.
911 offers much of both worlds, whether it be performance, speed, or whatever it is, off-road capabilities.
Because the Gemballa was never made with rally in mind. It was
Yeah.
made with having a car which you can just driving on the road and turn. Oh wow, I'm on a sand dune now.
Yeah.
So a car that could handle that.
I guess the excellence in acceleration and coordinating dynamics gives it a like you can do control slides over and rally like drifts with this supercar also, which is also a very good thing for if you're a sports car enthusiast. Like I don't think so. Like if you're a sports car enthusiast, then drift is the first thing you expect from your car. Like if you're doing
Definitely, yeah.
exactly, that's actually a very good thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
making one of
And
the
the
most
best-
thrilling supercars to drive off road with its
Yes.
best drifting abilities. So yeah,
And the best part is most sports car when you drift them are gonna lose a lot of life.
yeah,
Because they're not
exactly.
made for that.
Exactly.
Because they're not made for that. This car is made for that. Drifting, rallying. This
Exactly.
car is made with that purpose in mind. So even if you drift it on track, it's not gonna have that much damage in comparison to let's say a LaFerrari or a Ferrari which is not made for drifting on track.
Hmm.
And also, I think there's an entire aluminum panel at the bottom of the car, so that things like sand, gravel, or things like that doesn't get through. So even the depreciation in life value due to drifting or other off-road things is very slow, very light. That
Yeah,
when you compare it to you personally tuning an sports car for off-road is way better than that and much more efficient also, I think.
I did not know about the aluminum plate actually. As most of us are Top Gear fans, right?
Yeah.
So we have seen when their supercars got stuck into the cities of Edinburgh and the cities of Italy. So that is a big problem of supercars. right?
Yeah.
You can't just imagine to take them on road and get the most power out of them, because they can't.
Exactly.
They're not made for that purpose. They need smooth roads, they need proper tracks in order for it to work perfectly. That's not the case with the Gemballa Marsien. You just take it anywhere and it's going to be perfect. Because if a car can do so much well in sand dunes, it can definitely work a lot better in the roads.
Exactly.
I mean,
it will work very best
Yes.
on a Indian kind of roads also. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
It will be very helpful with all these potholes over
Yeah.
here.
We all remember how supercars get stuck on the speed bumps of India.
Yeah.
We have all seen that.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling if we go on the off-road mode in the Gemballa Marsien, it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, definitely. But before we wrap up the segment of driving experience, another part which I consider very important to the driving experience is the sound that the car gives, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree?
Definitely.
Sound is very important.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the Gemballa Marsien has a bespoke titanium exhaust, which was done by Akrapovic. I think that's how we spell it. He's also a very famous man in the industry. And this exhaust system, I've seen videos of it. The sound is incredible. The noise it gives, it's too good. So yeah, that's another point for you guys.
See, as long as the car sounds good, it's fine. Recently Dodge made an electric car and they made sure to have engine sounds in it, even in an electric car.
It's important, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's important, right? Because otherwise, why will people go for it?
Yeah.
As car enthusiast,
Dodge is
when the
also
engine
known
is not
for it,
firing,
that aggressive kind of sound it makes.
yes.
So yeah, they need to keep it alive in their EV segment also.
Precisely because they got a lot of backlash for it.
Yeah.
But still, I saw their point of view why they wanted to do that. But I also saw why they got backlash, because if you have a already working internal combustion engine car, why would I go for an EV?
Exactly.
Right? If I want to listen to the sound of the engine.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
So I will move on to the next segment.
I guess Marsien is perfect all-in-one supercar. So yeah. Let's move on to the segment number 5, that is the off-roading and adventure capability. So yeah, let's start.
So, as we mentioned it many times before, what truly sets the Gemballa Marsien apart is its off-road capabilities or its off-road powers. And unlike traditional supercars that shy away from anything rougher than a speed bump, this machine is built to dominate the extreme terrains.
Exactly.
Like this.
Like I pointed out, right? We all remember the videos of those cars getting stuck in the middle of the big bumps because they didn't have enough ground clearance.
Yeah.
So I think a bigger reason for that is because it was born in that place. Like it was born in a place where it was desert dunes, rocky trails, gravel tracks everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was also tested there in itself. So once you test it in places like that, I don't think any speed bump is going to do anything to the car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, its ability to glide over sand like a rally car and then handle deep roads without bottoming out, like makes it an actual engineering marvel, I guess.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also thanks to its adjustable hydraulic suspension, it can lift to, like what we talked about before, it can lift up to 250 mm of ground clearance. That's, I guess, pretty much good for every kind of terrain we have.
And that is pretty much an off-road car at that point, because 250 mm is pretty much there to the off-roading level of cars. And you're getting that in a Porsche 911.
Yeah.
Porsche's power, just imagine that.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Exactly.
No, go ahead.
And as we said, the tires, now I can precisely point out, the tires were actually Michelin tires, all-terrain tires. And as I've already pointed, I won't get into it again, but it is really good for all types of terrains. You name the terrain, it is good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as Satvik said before, like this being tested in the dunes of Saudi Arabia clearly proves of the vision that Mark Philip Gemballa had, that in the beginning itself, he wanted this to be a type of like off-road car, off-road superpower car, or an off-road supercar, right? So yeah, that helps a lot.
If we compare it with some other off-road icons like the Ford Raptor or what do you call it? I guess
Land Rover Defender.
exactly. It delivers rally level agility.
Mm-hmm.
Combined with supercar speed, it is delivering rally level agility. That is just make it this unique blend that just makes it stand out in both the categories. I guess it's perfectly
You're right.
balanced.
See, the thing about Gemballa Marsien is you can't find a direct competitor for it. It's one of a kind.
Yeah, we said
We
that.
have
Yeah,
never
as
had
we
a
said it
car
before. Yeah.
which can perform so good at street as well as off-roading. This is the first of
It
the
is a
kind.
supercar.
Yes, and the thing is, it's just still making those cars eat dust, eat dirt in their
Yeah.
departments,
Yeah.
right? So that just again, as Jaden pointed out, that just goes out to show how well planned it was, how
Yeah.
well made it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big question now comes, obviously, it actually costs more than $600,000, obviously, plus the car 911 basic 911 that you have to buy and give it to him in order for him to tune it.
No, actually, that's not necessary. I think
Is it not?
they already make 40. They have already just made 40 of these, so you can only purchase one.
Oh.
Okay. No, I'm talking about when someone was trying to buy it before.
Oh yeah.
So what do you reckon? Was it worth it? Like,
I guess it's totally worth. Let's move on to the next segment, that is the market and exclusivity. So yeah, let's talk about the exclusivity of Gemballa Marsien. This isn't just any high performance vehicle, bro. It's a rare piece of automotive art. What's your take on this, Jaden?
Yeah, so as we said before, there are just 40 units of the Martian that will ever be made, making it one of the most exclusive off-road capable supercars in existence.
Yeah. And it comes up with such a massive amount. Its price range is so high, like it's like $600,000. It's more than I guess $600,000. Am I right?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this price, and also this price doesn't include your Porsche 911 Turbo S stoner car. So basically,
Yeah, that you have to give in order to tune. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Significantly adds to the overall cost. So yeah, I guess
It will go close to $1 million. It goes close to $1 million if I remember correctly.
It should,
definitely.
But in a market where most sports car cost that much money, and this is a sports car that you can actually use outside of a track.
Plus, it is coming with a top-notch luxury features also. So yeah, I guess it is worth buying it if you're a millionaire or if you're that much rich, you can definitely go for it.
Yeah. I mean, true motorheads, not motorheads, what do you call it? Car enthusiasts will definitely buy it.
Elite car enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Because see, 3 to 4 kinds of people are the only ones who are buying it, and all 4 of them are quite rich. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So what I can think is I can think of 4 people, 3 and 4 people who are trying to buy it. The first one would be the collectors, which I'm not really fond of because they just keep the car in the. Okay, I'm not a big fan. Okay, sorry, collectors, but yeah. Other one would be elite car enthusiast, which actually love the car for what that is, rather than just a collector's item. And the third one category I could think is like those people who are seeking adventure, right? Who actually want to use their supercar for what purpose it is made for.
Not for just showing it to the whole world, showing off it to the whole world. They are just
a prime example would be Rowan Atkinson in this category.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
But again, I can see why collectors are buying it, because due to its limited production and extreme capabilities, right? We're gonna have a future classic. It's gonna become a classic one day or the other. It has already become a classic, a cult classic.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, it is gonna become a classic. Like imagine 20, 30 years from now, it's gonna become a classic.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is the rarity increases the prices exponentially, because not everyone would be willing to sell their car, and those who would be willing to sell their car would get money what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess you know, compare again with some other kind of supercars like Ferrari FXX or McLaren P1 GTR. Yeah, I guess the Martian offers exclusivity with an added element of versatility, like its ability to tackle off-road terrain sets it apart from other high-end low production supercars. So
because most hypercars have to have a track in
Yeah,
order to
yeah,
for them to
exactly,
work properly. Like you pointed out, McLaren
I
P1
guess
GTR.
this only single point, like it can move up to any kind of terrain you give it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This just single feature sets it apart from other all the other supercars out there.
Jack
Yeah.
of all, master of none is sometimes better than master of one.
Exactly. Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's not that jack of all that it's not good in all of
Yes,
the other. It is
exactly.
very good in off-road as well as in normal terrain or normal road.
Yeah.
That the jack of all, master of none argument that some people might use to not like this car becomes null or becomes void.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. I should have phrased it correctly. It's not master of none. It is quite competitive in every field it is entering.
Exactly.
It's like off-roading, asphalt, road. Because road, it is also comparing with
Anything,
road
yeah.
supercars. Porsche 911
Yeah.
is one of the best road supercars we know, thanks to its handling and stuff. And we are forgetting that at the end of the day, it is just a Porsche 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
with added benefits. So the track ability, the road ability of the Porsche 911 is still there. It's not gone, right? So again, I will get back to this. I'll play the devil's advocate here. Is it just a niche toy? Like, do you reckon sometimes it's just a toy? Like, it's not a sports car because
Yeah.
it is trying to be too many things. I'm playing the devil's advocate here. It's not my opinion, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think it is people are just buying it for show and like I'll say
I would say if someone
it is
is buying
basically
it,
too niche
yeah, someone is buying
because
it
it is
just
trying to be too many things at the same time. You're getting my point, right?
Exactly. But that's what make it stand out from the other cars out there. But yeah, if you're gonna someone who's if someone is gonna buy it and then just keep it there in his collection as one of the car, I guess that is just a stupid kind of thing. If you're gonna do that, you should just buy it and use it. Don't overuse it. Don't make it like don't cause any kind of harm to it. But yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
But then again, see, the problem I can see here is whenever a car is made in such a way, like in so less quantities,
Yeah.
most of the time we have a term in car enthusiasts, we call it a garage queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ends up becoming a garage queen, right? That's a big problem I feel like it is there. Because whenever a car like this is made out, much like Ferraris. You've seen how Ferraris,
Yeah.
a lot of Ferraris become garage queens.
Yeah.
Because they're quite exclusive to buy. And once people buy it, they just want to. Most of the people who buy Ferraris can't drive them.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, right?
Exactly.
So, and then they just keep them as garage queens. So, hopefully, it doesn't become most of them. See, some of them are going to become
Yeah,
garage queens.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But let's hope not all of them become garage queens because it's quite sad. It's like seeing an elephant here in Raja's court. Like we know it doesn't belong there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there for pomp and show, like how in
Yeah.
Bangalore and stuff they used to have elephants in the Raja's court and stuff. But we all knew the truth behind it that the elephant did not belong there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, something
So
like
all
that.
we can do is just hope it doesn't be like that, and
Yes.
its true capabilities are used to its full extent.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much agreeable. So yeah, I guess the
It's
Gemballa.
quite fitting that we talk about the future of the roads, future of the off-road supercars.
Exactly.
Because as we at the
Like,
beginning we pointed out, it looks so futuristic, right? So it's
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
time we talk about that as well.
So I guess
Divyansh, take lead.
yeah, I guess Gemballa Marsien is already making waves in the automotive world. But it is just a one-off experiment, or are we seeing the rise of a new trend in the car market or in the car enthusiast scene? What's your take on this?
So, I think as we stated before, there are other slightly more like off-road supercars that, the 911 Dakar, which is
Yeah.
used for the Paris-Dakar rally, or whether it be the Lamborghini car that we mentioned before. So this suggests that, this maybe points out to the fact that maybe Martian is not the only one in this mission.
I
But
guess, yeah,
Martian is definitely the top currently.
exactly.
But
It's leading the
as time progresses, we might see more and more join in, or we might see more and more cars. Yeah. What do you
who
think,
knows?
Satvik?
Yeah, who knows? Look, Ferrari joins in. I mean, not
Yeah.
really, but we know
Exactly.
Ferrari how Ferrari is. But let's talk about McLaren or Bugatti. Just imagine
Yeah.
those joining in. Or we're
It'll be
getting a
really
Ferrari
exciting.
Puro
Yeah.
Sangya rally edition.
Or a
It's
McLaren
very
Safari kind of thing.
Yeah, the thing is, Ferrari I'm not really hopeful with because Ferrari are quite, strict with what they make.
Yeah.
So it's
Hmm.
not really a company I would expect to get into the off-roading. But if they do, welcome, be my guest, man. I love to see a Ferrari
Yeah.
off-roading car. As
Yeah.
you can see, there, yeah. I'm a science fan,
Right.
sorry. I'm depressed. But yeah.
We all are.
But I definitely love a Bugatti or a McLaren to be
Yeah,
able
Yeah,
to do
that's
that.
definitely.
true.
And
Yeah.
comes to another point. See, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm clearly stating it out right now. But what about EVs?
I mean,
want to talk about it.
as
We just talked about an
okay, since
engineering
you
beast.
both
I
don't
want to
want
talk about it.
since both of you don't want to talk about it, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You know, the general path that this world is moving is towards EV.
Yeah.
So an EV off-road car is not out of the question, and is definitely something that we have to expect. And in your case, prepare yourselves for.
I'm never
You know,
preparing
to talk trash on it later.
See, all jokes aside and all biases aside, the good thing about EV is, again, we saw that in a Top Gear episode in which Jeremy Clarkson had a electric Mercedes supercar,
Yeah.
the first electric Mercedes.
Yeah.
He had lesser horsepower, yet he won that drag race. The
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
reason behind that is that EVs have instant torque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is quite required for off-roading. Okay. I'm not a big fan of EVs, saying that again. But again, the good thing about EV I have to point out. But again, if there's one good thing, I can count 3 bad things as well. Like battery, biggest problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Charging, discharging, and the range. And
Yeah, that
mostly
can
off-roading.
definitely impose some kind of challenges on when you're going off-road
Yes.
performance. Yeah.
And another thing is that the battery gets discharged quickly when it's in the sun.
Yeah.
And off-roading is mostly done outside.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Peak sun, right?
And if you think about it, if you get like if the battery finishes when you're in the desert, what will you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. At least I can carry a petrol tank if it
Exactly.
gets to that. Exactly.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you can at least carry like maybe a can or something of petrol, right?
Yeah,
For a
but
battery, you can't carry a
can of
power
battery.
bank.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't carry a power bank, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's important to note all these points. And is this really the future? We have to see.
Exactly.
We have to wait and watch if this really is the future. But its success if the Gemballa Marsien is success in the segment of rich sports car enthusiasts, we could expect more such machines from either Mark Philip Gemballa or from other such creators, and it might become mainstream or might be exclusive to the rich sector itself.
Yeah,
I guess it should remain exclusive only. It should not become mainstream because anything that becomes mainstream just makes it a little bit down.
Yeah.
That's what my
So
take on this.
the thing is, it's on knife's edge right now because it's
Yeah.
quite new. It came off. The car came out very recently, right?
Exactly.
In car
Yeah.
terms, it's quite new. So we still don't know where the market will go because market matters a lot in this. So there's two conditions. If it becomes mainstream. By mainstream, we don't mean mainstream. We mean like, okay, Ferrari decides to join in, McLaren decides to join in, something like that.
Yeah.
So we might see a few more cars of this category where you can change the heights and make it whatever you want, wherever you want to drive it. Or it will just become a niche segment, which I don't mind at all, to be honest, if it becomes a niche segment. Because at the end of the day, you're still getting the car, right?
Exactly.
So that is what matters.
Sorry.
Niche segment, the only problem I feel like would be that only a few people would be making it. It would be quite expensive. When it becomes mainstream, the prices usually tend to come down a little bit, even if they do. So yeah, I think we have pretty much covered everything about.
Yeah, exactly. We have covered the Martian from every angle, like whether it's breathtaking design or its mind-blowing performance. I guess we have covered it all. So yeah, it's clear that this car is more than just a wild experiment. It's pushing boundaries and redefining what a high-performance vehicle looks like, what a high-performance vehicle can be. So yeah, it is setting that kind of standards in the industry. So yeah, but the big
Closing
question.
thoughts?
Huh?
So closing thoughts?
yeah, I guess the big question remains: is this the future of supercars or just a bold niche? We are yet to answer it, but yeah, we'll get to see these answers in the upcoming future.
Upcoming years. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
What about you, Jaden? What would you like to conclude?
Yeah. So the same thing that you mentioned. If I say anything more, it'll just feel like repeating. But
Fair enough.
again, it's exclusive to this type. And as Divyansh raised the question, is this the future or just a bold niche? We have to see. We have to wait it out,
Exactly.
and definitely be interesting what the audience thinks. Also, it's gonna
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this actually.
Exactly.
Like, because some of you might be into EVs. I'm really sorry if I offended someone with my EVs comment.
be. You have
Alright.
to be.
Yes. So yep, let me know your thoughts on the comment section, I suppose, and we'll love to hear those.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in for today's episode. We are SAE. My name is Divyansh. I am joined by Satvik and Jaden. So yeah,
Hey,
this is SAE signing off.
thank you.